everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. First video of 2022. I literally can't believe it. Like, I don't know why every New Year's Day shocks me. I'm like, I can't believe it was literally just 2021 and now it's 2022. But I mean, that's how it works every year. I don't know why I'm still surprised. This video is going to be a little 2022 reset. It's just going to be a complete fresh start. This video is going to hold us accountable. We're going to chat through our goals. So if your goals are to be productive, to manifest your dream life and just make 2022 the best year yet. Hopefully this video can help. I'm going to be bringing so much more content like this into my vlogs this year. I love productivity, I love manifesting, I love everything about just like reaching for your dream life. So if that's a little bit of you, then definitely stick around and subscribe. But yeah, today's video is basically going to be how to actually plan your goals, what I use to plan, how I actually plan on reaching the goals. Basically a 5-step process, I think. We're going to just jump straight into it. So number one, I think the most important thing about making this year the best year is realising these two things. Number one, not comparing yourself to others. And number two, not caring what other people think of you. I feel like these two things are just the biggest thing that holds back so many people. Like, so many people have a dream, have something they really want to do, and they just don't do it because they're worried what other people think of them. Like, that was literally me going back a couple of years. Before I started YouTube, I was like, what if everyone thinks it's really weird? What if everyone like thinks it's a really strange thing to do? But like, who actually cares? I just got to the point when I was thinking like, I'm gonna get to like 70 years old and look back and be like, why didn't I go for what I knew was like my biggest dreams? So that is the first thing. At the end of the day, if they care, they weren't meant to be for you anyway. Like, they weren't the right people to have in your life. And number two, don't compare yourself to other people. I feel like this is definitely harder said than done. Like, I definitely have days where I compare myself to other people, but honestly, this is the biggest downfall everyone has with like reaching their goals, because the more you compare, like, the more it's going to hold you back, because everyone's at a different stage in their life. People hit goals and do things at completely different times. Like, I just think your timing is your timing. Like, when things are meant for you, they will happen. So those are the two things I think really helped me when planning the new year, is just to realign with those two things. Focus on your own goals and don't compare yourself to other people. That is the first thing. So second thing is to like look through all areas of your life. This is what I've been doing today for like the whole day, literally the whole day, and just think about what you actually want and how you want to improve each area in the new year, if that makes sense. Like your relationships, do you want to make new friends? Is that something you want to focus on? Do you want to like start a new career? Do you want to move jobs? Anything. Just think about each aspect of your life and then just think about what you want from it. That is the second thing you want to do. Like, really think about what you want, because if you're clear on what you want, it will be so much easier to reach. So I'm not going to give you a whole list of my goals, because I feel like goals are just personal to each person, and to be honest, you're probably not really bothered about my specific goals for each area of my life. But for example, I really want to be healthier this year. I really want to get into like home workouts. I really want to be super healthy. So if you wanted to come on that journey with me, then definitely stick around for like the weekly vlogs, because I will definitely be sharing it with you. I'm going back to HelloFresh, which I can't wait for. Another goal I want to do is just to do more vlogs and be more personal on YouTube. I feel like I do so many hauls, and don't get me wrong, I love a bit of shopping and I love sharing like my clothing addiction with you guys, but these kind of videos where you sit down and chat and actually share the real things about life with you are my absolute favourites, and it's what I enjoy seeing on other people's channels. That is another big goal for me in the new year. I obviously have goals with like having my masters this year. That's what I'm currently doing and aiming for. Goals with YouTube. But yeah, just think about your goals, write them down. And step number 3, I feel like everybody needs somewhere to write them down. I mean, this could be just an excuse that I give myself to buy a new planner every year, but I just think planners just give me a bit of happiness in life that I'm not going to say no to. So I do have a new one this year that I will just share with you quickly. So this is the planner this year. You probably saw her in the thumbnail. She is the star of the show. I've been seeing this planner on TikTok for months and I've just wanted it so much. So it's the Do It For Yourself planner. It's been sold out on Amazon for ages, but you can get it on Urban Outfitters. I saw it in Urban Outfitters and I was literally like, it's a sign, it's the new year, I need to get it. I think it was like £13. But it's basically just a book all about motivation, how to increase your motivation and how to like take action on your goals rather than just planning them. This is about like taking action. So all the way through the book, it will ask you questions like, how can you speed up your morning routine? What does your ideal day look like? What's holding you back from your goal? And you can basically just write in this book, fill it all in. It has the most beautiful pages, like the future is now. There's like gut feelings, our guardian angels. The pages are just so pretty, and I've been posting this on my Instagram story so much because I'm just so satisfied by it. But yeah, this is the new planner I got this year. Intuition makes sense after you follow it, not before. Just things like that. And what I love about that planner is it's actually something you can physically do. Like, it's not just a book that you write to do this every day. Like, it actually has activities to make you think about it. So I feel like that is a really good one. Then a really good planner where I feel like you can just write down your goals in is this one. This one is from Amazon. I'll link this down below. It's called the Legend Planner. So in the front you just have like all these questions. So what brings me joy in life? What would I do if money wasn't an issue? What are your like year goals? You can do like life goals. In here I got this last year and I've put one of my dreams is to get a puppy, and I now have a puppy. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, this book is really good, and it's not actually dated, so you can just use it whenever. Like, I used this last year, but I am going to use it in 2022 as well because it stayed in perfect condition. So this is kind of the weekly overview. You've got your week down here, work to-do list, personal to-do list, habit tracker, main goal of the day. Like, I just love this planner. So the next step in our little planning routine is just to write down your goals and just really think about which ones you really want to focus on. Like, once you know what your goals are, we can start to act on it. And then the next thing is make a vision board. I actually make my vision boards on Procreate. I used to make them on Canva, which is free, so if you don't want to pay for Procreate, Canva is just as good. So how I do it is I go onto Pinterest, search what I'm looking for. So I'll search like healthy lifestyle, sometimes I'll search like that girl routine, or like morning coffee, like all the aesthetic images that I want to look at every single day and how like I imagine my dream life to be. I'll put all of those on the vision board, save them, go into Procreate, pop them on a little board and just organise it how I want. I'm not going to show you the whole vision board because I feel like my vision board is very personal, but I'll show you like a work in progress version of it here. But this year I've decided to split it up into sections. So I've done like my kind of uni goals, I've done like travel goals, I've done like relationships and friendship goals. When I look at it, I know exactly like where's what. So that is the next thing. After we set our goals, we're going to use the tools, either the planners or the vision board, or both. I've done both this year, to actually set them and I feel like once you write things down, it's just so much better. Like, I actually read this thing somewhere, I don't know where, don't ask me where, which said you're 42% more likely to hit a goal if you write it down. I feel like I've seen it in a YouTube video somewhere, so I'm not sure if I'm taking that as like pure facts, but it makes me feel better writing it down. You can see it in front of you, and I feel like you can actually then look back at it and see if you've hit your goal or not. So the next thing I want you to do is write a letter to your future self. So this is the most satisfying thing that I've been doing for the last 3 years. You get to New Year's Day, so that's today for me, and I'm uploading this tomorrow, and you write a letter. So you go, dear future self, and you explain where you currently are, and you explain where you want to be. And then the next year, on New Year's Eve, you can look back and just see what goals you've hit, and it's just honestly the most incredible thing. And I feel like these are the kind of letters that you can look back in years to come and be like, oh my god, that's crazy. Like, I don't really have a diary, like a personal journal, so I feel like these letters are a way for me to look back and see like real progress. Like, this time last year I had things that I was dreaming of that are now my reality. Like, I've dreamed of having a little puppy for ages. I now literally have my mini golden doodle who is my life downstairs. Honestly, just visualising the goals, writing them down helps so much. So after we've written our goals down, we've used our plans, we've used the vision board, the next thing is actually taking action on the goals. And this is where the law of attraction comes in, and I feel like this is a bit of a controversial topic. Some people love it, some people don't. I'm a big fan of it, and I feel like the law of attraction is just a way to really think positively. So it's just thoughts become things. If you don't know about the law of attraction, then definitely read The Secret. That is a good place to start, or you can watch it on Netflix. There is a little show on it as well. But honestly, this has changed my life. Like, I've had the most incredible experiences with the law of attraction, and I just so believe it. So for example, like, if you're having a bad day, one bad thing happens, you're like, I can't believe this always happens to me. I'm sure everyone has experienced that at some point. And then more and more bad things happen. It's like you're attracting them into your life. Whereas if you think positively, one bad thing happens, you're like, no, it's fine. And you actually think positively, you're attracting more and more good things into your life. So that is kind of how the law of attraction works. That is how I see it. And there's also the law of assumption, which is writing things down in the present tense. So what you can do in your planner every single day is be like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have, as if you already have it. So I could be like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have 10,000 subscribers. So that is a bit about the law of attraction and the law of assumption. So it's just having unwavering faith in what you want is going to happen. Try to link emotion to it. So the more you can really feel the emotion of having what you want, the more likely it is it's going to happen, basically. So that is a little bit about the law of attraction, and that is the next step on how we're going to make 2022 the best. I feel like this is such like a cliche video, but I just really wanted to have it at the start of the year for like a fresh start. And then the final step is to just take action on the goals. And I feel like this, obviously, again, is easier said than done. And procrastination is the biggest thing here that can hold you back. But I just think there are a few ways you can get around this. So one is listen to podcasts. The one I would recommend that I'm loving the most at the minute is The Diary of a CEO. He has like guests on that are different like entrepreneurs, millionaires, and they will talk about like their mindset and what they do. And I feel like taking advice from people who are already so successful is so useful. So that is one thing I would say to do. With the whole procrastination thing, you can do something where you like, this is what I'm going to now try and do, where you start something in 2 minutes. So you really want to do something, say if like I really wanted to start something and I'm like really procrastinating, look at your phone, see what time it is, and literally in 2 minutes you have to start it. So that is one thing you can do to try and like get rid of the procrastination. I did also listen to another podcast about another 2-minute thing you can do. It was about the whole thing with a big task is not doing it because the idea of getting started is too hard. So what you can do is you can actually start a task for 2 minutes and say to yourself, right, if I don't enjoy it after 2 minutes, I don't have to carry on with it. But 9 times out of 10, you will carry on with it because it's just that first little bit that's the hardest. So that is the next thing. Take action on your goals and try to limit procrastination. And another thing I want to say in making 2022 the best year is not only having a reset of your goals and like your mental state, have an environmental like reset. That sounded really weird, I don't know why I said environmental like that, but if you change your environment, chances are you're going to change your mindset and like how things happen as well. So for example, I've redone my room, I've like cleaned out all my wardrobe. This is a new setup if you haven't noticed, new wardrobe, new drawers, everything is just fresh and clean, all my clothes are organised. That is something that I've done just to like reset 2022. Having an environmental change can really help. Like not only having a clear space, but you can also do things to like make your life easier. So for example, if one of your goals is to read more books, put a book by your bed, put a book by your desk, put it by your morning coffee. Like try and incorporate these things into your routine. That is definitely something that I've been doing for a long time. Like even when I've been revising, putting like flashcards and stuff where I'm brushing my teeth, putting flashcards like in the kitchen, just everywhere. And then once your environment changes, your goals are going to be like easier to reach basically. Try not to focus too much on the outcome of your goals and focus on enjoying the process. This is literally the center of my vision board this year. You will have seen that already, but focusing on the process is so important because everybody can have a goal, everybody can really stress themselves out about reaching that goal, but if you're not enjoying what you're doing along the way, what's the point? Make sure you're doing everything you can to live a life you love. Try not to keep checking back in if the goal has actualized yet. So there is my favorite quote, which I'll put on screen. If you were to water a garden, you wouldn't be questioning why the plants weren't growing, because you would just assume that over time they would, because that's how it works. Like goals aren't gonna, you're not gonna think it and get it within like a day. They take time. So try and be patient with yourself. Try not to put too much pressure on yourself. But yeah, that is just a little video I wanted to have up on my channel to start the new year off. If you are trying to be productive this year, have a healthy lifestyle, focus on your goals, then I would absolutely love, like I said, if you'd stick around, join the little family and subscribe. There's going to be so much more content coming like this into my vlogs this year. So if that's something that sounds like resonates with you and you want to see that, then definitely stick around and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!